Hi my beautiful Spark family, it's your girl Kaylee Spark here with you today, and today we are going to do this super cute crochet shorts, and it is beginners friendly, y'all. So make sure that you give this video a like, drop a comment on what you think, and let's jump straight into this video. So these are the items that we are going to use for today: a tape measurement, a tapestry needle to weave in our ends, a pair of scissors, a 4mm crochet hook, and our yarn. You can use any brand of your choice. This is Red Heart yarn in red. So let's jump straight into this video. So start off by creating a slip knot. Make your middle finger with the yarn and put your thumb on it. Wrap it around your hands, your fingers, cross it, put your hook in between, and then push it in between the two yarn and pull up a loop, and that's how you have your slip knot. So I'm going to show you the way that I love to do it. Just wrap your yarn around the hook and pull up, and that's the way you make a slip knot. So make a chain that is long enough to pass your hip, and I'll continue to do this, and I'll tell you how much chain that I have. So I made a chain of 170. All you have to do is take your tape measurement. So just wrap the yarn over your hook so it will keep firm. Go from one end of your tape measurement to the next end, and then stretch out your yarn. So without it stretch, it would be at 30, and when it's stretched, it's at 40. All right, so that's how I do my measurement. So what you're going to do now is make sure that your chain is not twist, and create a slip stitch right into the starting chain. Yarn over and pull through with a slip stitch. Chain up 2, yarn over, go into the next stitch with an extended half double crochet. If you choose to do a double crochet, that's okay. Pull up a loop, pull through 1, pull through all 3, yarn over, go into the next stitch, weave in your ends while you go, pull up a loop, pull through 1, pull through all 3, and you're just going to go into each and every stitch, and when you reach this section, I'll tell you what next to do. So just continue doing that. So I'm close to the end of this round. Make sure that you don't miss any of the stitch, else your work will not turn out properly. So go into that last stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 1, pull through all 3, and then create a slip stitch right on top of your chain 3, right in the 3rd stitch, all right, where your chain 2 is. So chain up 2, yarn over, go into that 1st stitch and create an extended half double crochet, and you're just going to go again into each and every chain space until you reach to this side, because we are creating our waistband. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button and give this video a like, and continue watching. So I'm close to the end of this row. Go into that last stitch and slip stitch, chain up 2, yarn over, go into that 1st stitch and create your extended half double, and go in to each and every stitch. So this is our waistband. This is the last row. Go into each and every stitch, and when you reach to this section, I'll tell you what next to do. So just continue doing that. So we are close to the end of this row. This is the end of our shorts waistband. Slip stitch right on top of that stitch, and we are going to do something a little bit different for the next section. So now chain up 4, yarn over, go back into that same spot where your chain 4 is coming from, and create an extended half double crochet. So we're making a V in this space. All right, so chain up 2, and now you're going to yarn over and skip 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Go into the 6th spot, go into that 6th spot with an extended half double crochet, chain up 2, yarn over, go back into that 6th spot with an extended half double crochet. So we are creating a V. All right, so chain up 2 again, yarn over, count off 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Go into that spot with your extended half double crochet, chain 2, yarn over, go back into that same stitch, chain 2 again, yarn over, count 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Go into that spot with your extended half double crochet, chain 2, yarn over, and go back into that spot. And you're just going to continue to do this until you reach back to this section. I'll tell you what next to do, so just continue doing that. So I'm close to the end of this row. Create that V stitch, chain 2, yarn over, count off 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Go into that spot with your V stitch, chain 2, go back into that space, chain 2, count off 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So just slip stitch right on top of your V stitch, and that's your first row. So slip stitch into that space, chain up 4, yarn over, go back into that same spot with your extended half double crochet. So you're creating that V again. So chain 2, yarn over, go into this space with an extended half double crochet, chain 2, go back into that space with your extended half double crochet, chain 2, yarn over, go into that space with your extended half double crochet, chain 2, and go back into that same space. So the same thing you did for this row, you're going to continue to do it for that row, and you're just going to continue to do this, and I'll meet you when you reach to the end of this row. So I'm close to the end of this row. Go into that space and create your V stitch, chain up 2 again, go into that next space and create your V stitch, chain 2, and slip stitch right into your V stitch, right on your V stitch, then slip stitch in between your V stitch, chain up 4, yarn over, go into that space and create a V stitch, chain 2, yarn over, go into the next stitch and create a V stitch. So you're just going to continue to do this, and this is the pattern of it. So just continue doing this, and when you reach to the body of the length of your shorts, I'll tell you what next to do. So just continue doing this. Give this video a like, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, so that, and leave a comment down below if you enjoy this video. So just continue to do this. So I'm close to where I'm going to put my slip stitch, right? And then this section is going to be a little bit different. So I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 row of V stitch, and remember the waist was 3 row, so that's 14 row in all. And I'm going to do something a little bit different for this section now. So chain up 2, yarn over, and you're going to go into this stitch right here with an extended half double crochet, go into the next stitch and go into each and every stitch till you reach to your next V stitch. All right, so this section is making a little close off section on the shorts, a little private section on the shorts. So for this one, I'm going to stop it right into the starting of the V-stitch. All right, and I'm just going to go into the V-stitch and still create my V-stitch into that space. Remove my stitch marker like that, and now I go in back to chain my 2 and go into the V-stitch and create a V-stitch. So I end up have 4 stitch marker. So let's place back the stitch marker right at this spot, although we don't directly have to place it back because we can see where we want our ceiling to be, or extended half double crochet. So if you notice, right here was the center, and I have a stitch marker in our first stitch and a stitch marker right before we reach to the center. At the opposite side, which this side is the front, we have right here is the middle of our shorts, and we have a stitch marker right before you reach to the middle and a stitch marker after you pass your middle. So right here is the middle, stitch marker, stitch marker, because we are going to do extended half double crochet into that section as well. Hope you're understanding what I'm saying. But for the back, I want it to be a little bit more narrow than the front. So I'm just going to go into each of my V-stitch with a V-stitch and my chain 2 as usual until I reach to the front where I have my stitch marker. I'll tell you what next to do. So we are close to where our stitch marker is at the front of our shorts. Whoops, our stitch marker just dropped out. So our stitch marker is here. Alright, so we're going to still chain our 2, yarn over, and right here on our V-stitch, that's where we're going to place an extended half double crochet right on the first section of our V-stitch. Trying to get a good grip. I want it to be right in the stitch. Alright, so that's our extended half double crochet. Alright, so my stitch marker is dropping out. That's an earring, and we're just going to go into each and every stitch with an extended half double crochet until we reach to this section where our next stitch marker is. At this section, we are making a little close off on our shorts to kind of lock off the private area section, so we don't want our shorts at that section to be mesh. You can continue and making V-stitch without locking off this section if you choose, but I'm doing it this way for me. All right. We are close to the end of our stitch marker, so remove that stitch marker, go into that space, and that's how it's supposed to be. This section is going to be seal off, then just chain your 2 again and go into that next V-stitch and create your V-stitch, and I'll tell you what next to do when you reach to the back of your shorts. So just continue doing this. So I'm close to where my next stitch marker is at the back. Alright, so make a chain 2, yarn over, and now you're going to go right into this stitch where our stitch marker is with a V-stitch. Remove that stitch marker, and now you're going to go right on top of that V-stitch section with an extended half double crochet. and go into the next stitches with an extended half double crochet. And go right into that last stitch with your extended half double crochet, and then just slip stitch right into your starting chain. All right, chain up 2, and then you're just going to go right into each and every one of your stitch that you had before. You can remove that stitch marker, it's not necessarily needed. If you want to put it right here where your starting chain is, if you need that, you can do that. Go into that space and create your V-stitch. Chain 2, go into each and every V-stitch with your chain 2. And you're just going to continue to do that, and I'm going to show you at the front. All right, so just continue doing this. So I'm close to the front where we did our extended half double crochet. Chain 2, yarn over, go right on top of that stitch with your extended half double crochet. And go into each and every space with your extended half double crochet. So if you have watched the video with my chain shorts, this is basically similar to the chain shorts with the front. All right. So I'm close to the end of the extended half double crochet stitch. Alright, so now you're just going to chain your 2 and go into your V-stitch and create your V-stitches. Alright, and you're just going to go into each V-stitch with a 2 double crochet, with a chain 2, and I'll meet you at the back of our shorts. Continue to doing that. So I'm close to where we're going to do our extended half double crochets. Chain 2, go into that V-stitch and create your V-stitch. Then go into that first stitch, with your extended half double crochet into each and every stitch. And then slip stitch right into that starting chain. Alright, and then you're going to chain up 2, and you're going to go into each and every stitch again, just like you did in the row before. So your work's supposed to basically have this section seal off at the center of the back and have this section seal off at the center of the front. So you're just going to continue to do this, and when you finish the body of the shorts, I'll tell you what next to do. So I'm close to the end of the body of my shorts. Go into that last stitch with your extended half double crochet and create a slip stitch on your starting chain. Alright, so your work's supposed to be looking like this. This is the back, and this is the front. Alright, so I want to make a correction. For the front, right where you have your starting point for us to do this section, make sure that you slip stitch right into the center of your shell so your work can be equal. Alright, so now I'm going to make a chain of 10 to reach our seating of our shorts. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and make sure that you count the front of your shorts to know where is the center. This is my center. I'm going into that center piece and make a slip stitch. Alright, so make a chain 2, and now we're going to cut off our yarn. So just cut off your yarn and pull through. So find the center of your shorts and take your yarn and create a slip knot. Pull up a loop, chain up 2, that's 1 and that's 2. Alright, so right into this where we're going to make our seating, find the center. So now yarn over, go into the next stitch with your extended half double crochet, and you're going to go into each and every stitch with an extended half double crochet. So remember, 99% of my videos, they are freestyle. I do not know how the outcome of the outfit is going to look. They are freestyle. Like this one, the design is just in my head and I'm just going with the flow. Alright, so go into the next stitch. Don't miss any stitch right here, else you're going to have a hole in your shorts. And just create that extended half double crochet. So we are in the front section now. Just create an extended half double crochet on each space. And I think that's something that I enjoy, making freestyle videos. So while you're looking for the outcome, I am also looking for the outcome of the project. So that shows you that once you can dream it, you can make it. Alright, so just go into each and every stitch. So always remember to weave in your ends while you go. So just continue to go into each stitch with an extended half double crochet. Yarn over, go into that V stitch and create a V stitch with a chain 2. Chain 2, go into that V stitch and create a V stitch. And when you reach to this end, the opposite end, I'll tell you what next to do. So I'm close to the back of my shorts where I'm going to do the seating. Go into that V stitch and create a V stitch. Chain up 2, yarn over, and weave in your ends while you go. Go into that first stitch and create your extended half double crochet while you weave in your ends. Go into the next stitch with your extended half double crochet, and you're just going to go into each and every stitch. And please do not miss this spot. Go into that stitch as you'll have a hole in your shorts. and we don't want that, right? So yarn over, go into that first stitch on your chain that we make across from front to back, go into the next stitch, and go into each and every stitch. Make a slip stitch on your first starting chain, chain up 2, and you're just going to go again into each and every stitch just like we did for the first row. Do not skip any space. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting on? Hit that subscribe button and be a part of the Sparks family. Remember, each one teach one. And give this video a like. Alright, so just go into that V-stitch with a V-stitch. Just like we did before. Chain up 2. Go into that V-stitch with our V-stitch, and you're just going to continue to do this, and when you reach to the next end, I'll tell you what next to do. We're close to the back of our shorts again. Go into that V-stitch with a V-stitch, chain 2, go into that extended half double crochet with an extended half double crochet, and you're just going to go into each and every stitch, and then just slip stitch into the starting chain just like we did before. And chain up 2, and the same thing we did a while ago, that's the same thing we are going to do again. So let me let you know how many row I did before I start to do the short seating. Alright, so I did 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20. I did 20 row of shell in all before I started the seating of it. Remember, the waist was 3 row, so that's 23, and for the covering section here it was 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 was 9. You can just do it to any amount that you wish. If you want more length, you can give it more length. All right, so the same thing that we did a while ago, the row before, that's the same thing we are going to do again. So you're just going to go into each and every stitch with an extended half double crochet, and when you reach to this section, you are just going to do your V-stitch. So you're going to do any amount of row that you want. I will tell you how much row that I am going to do. Just continue watching. So I'm close to the end of this row, and I did only 3 rows. All right, going to that last stitch, and then slip stitch right across on your chain 2, and for this row it's going to be different. All right, so chain up 2, yarn over, go back into that same stitch with an extended half double crochet. Remember, you can do double crochet if you choose. So just go into each stitch with an extended half double crochet 2 times. So we are building a ruffles on the end of our shorts. So remember, go into the stitch. So yarn over, go into that stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through all 3, and you're just going to go back into that same space, pull up a loop, pull through 1, pull through all 3. So you're just going to go right around the entire shorts with 2 double crochet into each chain space. All right, so when you reach to this section, I'm going to make you see an idea of how to do that. So just continue doing it. So I'm close to where the next section is, just to give you an idea of how to do it. Sorry about that. So go into each space 2 with 2 extended half double crochet. Alright, so we're about to go to the mesh section. Yarn over, go into that stitch with 2 extended half double crochet. Yarn over, go into that space again, 2 extended half double crochet. Yarn over, go into that space with 2 extended half double crochet. It is going to feel a little hard to do, but you will get it. Go into that next stitch with 2 extended half double crochet. So it's supposed to be looking like this over the mesh. So you're just going to continue to do that, and when you reach to the next end, I'll tell you what next to do. So I'm close to the end of this round. Remember, 2 extended half double crochet into each stitch. Go into that last stitch and place 2 extended half double crochet. And then slip stitch right into your starting chain. Chain up 2, yarn over, go back into that same stitch and create an extended half double crochet. And just go into each and every stitch with 2 extended half double crochet, just like we did before. So each space you're going to 2 with 2 extended half double crochet, so that we can finish up our ruffles. All right, so you're just going to continue to do that, and when I'm reached to the end, I'll show you the finishing of this side of my crochet shorts leg. So just continue watching. So I am close to the end of this section. Remember, add 2 extended half double crochet into each stitch. And go into that last stitch. And slip stitch into your starting chain. Chain up 2 and then cut off your work. Tug on it, and you're just going to weave in your ends. Alright, so for this section now, the opposite side, we're just going to create our slip knot. Look for the center of your shorts, center of the seating. So go into the center, put on your slip stitch, chain up 2, yarn over, and go into the next stitch. Pull up a loop, pull through 1, pull through all 2, and go into each and every stitch. So the same thing that you did on the opposite side, that's the same thing we're going to do on this side. Alright, so just continue to do that, and I'm going to finish this off camera, and then I'm going to tell you how to fix up your waist. So I'm going to weave in the ends as well off camera. So I finished the shorts leg, and now I'm going to show you what to do to the top. You have 2 ways. You can just take your hook and just create a chain that is long enough to go into the shorts and to make a bow. So let me show you how to do that. I'm not going to chain out everything, I'm just going to give you an example how to do it. And you just take your tapestry needle, weave in the thread into your tapestry needle, and then go into the shorts and just weave it in. You don't have to do it any special way, and just weave it right in and carry it around, and then you tie your bow to the front. Otherwise, from that you can do it this way as well. Get a smaller crochet hook. This is a 2.5 ml. Create a slip knot. Get a lasket that is a more closer color to your outfit. I couldn't find my black lasket, so I just want to just give you an example quickly. Make it smaller than your waist because this lasket is going to stretch. Take a needle and tack the two ends together to how you want it, and then you're going to place it onto the side of your shorts. Go in with your crochet hook, pull through, and you're just going to do single crochet around the elastic band. So you just go into that chain space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through. Go into that chain space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through. And I'm just giving you an example, nothing perfect, and this is how it would look. Alright, but just try to get a lasket that is more closer to the color that you're doing, or you just use black. Alright, so I'm just going to finish this off camera, and then I'm going to show you the finishing work. So hit that subscribe button, share this video with your friends, your family, and give it a like and leave a comment down below of what you think. Have you subscribed yet? What are you waiting on? Hit that subscribe button and be a part of the Sparks family. This is super cute, y'all. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button and watch the video on how to make the top as well. So peace out, love you guys, until next time.